It's me, it's Queen Osetero, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. So I got a message today from an Aquarius, so we're going to answer her question. It says, Dear Queen Osetero, I just wanted to ask a very simple question. I was on a date recently with a gentleman, and he pretended to lose his wallet. I went on to pay for the date, and we had a good time, but I wanted to know if you've ever experienced this, and what do you think about this situation? Well, let me put it to you like this, okay? I told you guys I've dated a lot. I dated a whole lot. And every date I went on was with predominantly a person. If it was a man, he always paid. I am very old-fashioned, and I believe that a man should be a man. And there are some things that a man does in my old-fashioned thinking, and some things a man doesn't do. And one thing a man does is a man does not live off of a woman. To me, that's ass. If you living off of a woman, if a man is living off of a woman, and I really don't think that anybody should really live off anybody, because I think that women should have their own too. I think that you're putting yourself in a bad situation expecting your man to take care of you. I think that's a bad idea. But I think if it's like I said, a masculine energy, I think that a man should not let a woman take care of him. I think that that is one of the worst things I've ever seen. So when I was dating men, they paid for everything, except for Voldemort. And Voldemort was broke. He had made as much money as I did. We didn't make a lot back then. So I would either go Dutch with him. Sometimes he would pay for something if he had extra money. We didn't have a lot of problems with money. Me and Voldemort never had a money problem. He never used me for money. I didn't use him for money. We just, we didn't even go a lot of places. We went places. And if we went somewhere, either I would pay sometimes, or he would pay for himself, or he would chip in. It really wasn't that type of thing. But all the men before him, they pretty much paid for everything, or I wasn't going. And the only reason why that happened with Voldemort is because I was in love with him, and I wasn't in love with none of the other ones. So what I'm going to say is that if you're dating a man, he should be paying for your date. If you're not dating, if he's not paying for your date, you should be going Dutch. Okay? Now, personally, I didn't do Dutch because I feel like you asked me on a date, and like I said, I'm old-fashioned. So in my old-fashioned testimony, the man pays for the date. I might leave the tip, or something like that, but technically the man pays for the date. So a lot of my, I'm futuristic and old-fashioned at the same time, because some of the things I believe are very old-fashioned and some things are very futuristic. So I don't believe you should be paying for it at all. Now, in your case, it's a little bit different, though, because he did what I call the 52 fake out. The 52 fake out is when you ain't got no money, but you still invite somebody on a date because you figure they'll pay for it if you don't have any money. To me, that's a very manipulative, slimy thing to do. Okay. Now, I know mistakes happen. People forget things. Accidents do occur. But to me, when a man takes you to a restaurant and then says, oops, I forgot my wallet, 9 times out of 10, he did that shit on purpose. Let me tell you what happened to me. When I was a young girl, I told you guys I used to always be on a party line. So one time when I was cheating on my husband, I was on the party line talking to this man, and we decided that we were going to go have dinner, So me and him went to have dinner, and I left my husband home to go have dinner with this man. Told him I was going with my friends or something. I was horrible. So I went to Applebee's, and I was sitting there, or it was Ruby Tuesdays. I used to love Ruby Tuesdays. And we sat there eating. I had a great time. I ate good, drank good. I mean, I was full, y'all. Like, I had fajitas. I can remember everything I ate. I ate fajitas. I had drinks. I was like, because he didn't come off to me like he didn't have money. So I would just assume that, everything was everything, So I ate good, So then the bill came, and he said, he started patting himself, and he said, I think I forgot my wallet. And I was like, oh shit. And he was like, I don't have my wallet on me. And I was like, phew. So it was clicking in my head. I'm Aquarius. I'm quick. So it clicked in my head fast what was going on. So I was like, and mind you, I'm from the hood. I know a good 52 fake out when I see one. So I was like, shit. So I went like this, and I was like, okay, listen. I don't want my husband to know, so I can't put it on our credit card. But I can go to the Mac machine and get some cash. And he was like, oh, okay, okay. Like, his whole body just relaxed. Like, he was like, oh, this dumb bitch fell for it. Okay. You know, his whole body just relaxed. And I was like, all right, let me go to the ATM, all right? And I'll be right back. I left, got on the bus. Because, mind you, he had drove me to the restaurant. I left, I got on the bus, and took my ass home. Now, mind you, he didn't know where I lived. I met him at so I met him at some place, and he drove me to the restaurant. So he didn't know where I lived. I got on the bus and took my ass home. Okay? He got home and cussed me out. He got home and went to the party line because he didn't have my number. All he had was the party line thing. He went to that party line thing and cussed me, left me a message and cussed me out. He was like, I almost got arrested, and why would you do something like that? And he went off, and I blocked him and kept moving. I wouldn't even recognize him if I saw him today. If he walked up to me, I wouldn't even recognize him, because it was that brief, we only met that one time. So my thing to you is that you got hit with the 52 fake out. And don't feel bad, because many men, as you can see, have tried to hit a female with the 52 fake out. So just don't date that brother no more. That's the bottom line. Now that you see what he's hitting for, that's what I said before when I said about them red flags. That's a deal breaker. That is a major deal breaker. The 52 fake out on a date, that means he's a manipulative person. This little situation here is just a red flag to show you what he's capable of. So what other kind of things will he fake you out on? What other kind of things will he do? What other kind of little sneaky shit will he do? If he's willing to do this, he'll do other things. And probably has in the past to other women. So if I were you, I would just take that L and I wouldn't talk to him no more. I'd block him and keep it moving. Because like I said before, and I do know that sometimes situations like that have occurred. I went out one time and didn't have my wallet, and I had dropped it in my car, so those things do happen, but the majority of the time it's a 52 fake out. So if I were you, I would not keep on going through that with him. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't do that. And like I said, in my particular case, I just kept it moving because it was like, you're not going to play me, dude. Not after we just have here ordered $60 worth of food and I got a brand new baby. And mind you, I couldn't have even paid the bill because I didn't have money in the ATM. I told him I had money on my card, but I had like $10. I didn't have $60 for that meal. And if he had said to me, I want to go Dutch, I would have been like, all right, well, let's go when I get paid, or I would have came with my own money. But he made it seem like, oh, I'm gonna take you out, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. So I just got prettied up and just went. I had my credit card on me, but what that $10 gonna do? That was an emergency $10. I can't pay no bill at Applebee's with that. So my friends were cracking up when I got home and told them that story, man. They were laughing. He was pissed. He was like, they tried to arrest me and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, Like, to be honest with y'all, I didn't care. It was like, that's on you, dude. You shouldn't have played the game. You should have just been honest with me and we could have did something totally different. And that's the thing about me. If you tell me the truth, 9 times out of 10, I'll rock with you. I'll rock with you just on the strength that you told the truth. But if you do the okey doke, I ain't rolling with you. I ain't riding with you. I'm not even helping you. I don't even care. He was upset about that shit. I didn't even care. I was just like, that's on you because you should have been honest. And that's the bottom line. We wouldn't even been in that situation. It is what it is. So that's what I think about your situation. I think you got hit with the 52 fake out and you need to cut your losses and run and date somebody else who's not so damn cheap. That's what you need to do. Date somebody who's not so cheap, okay? But thanks for your question. Now, I'm going to leave underneath this video my contact information on social media. I'm going to leave my PayPal in case you want to leave a love donation. And I'm also going to leave my email in case you want to ask an Aquarius a question for free, a general question, or in case you would like to contact me for an oracle card or a tarot card reading. See you later.